Hello students, today we are dealing with plant kingdom part 5th. In this we will deal with gymnosperm. So in the last class we studied about some properties of gymnosperms. The next properties are gymnosperms are heterosporous, which means they produce two types of spores. Now the spores are haploid. It means they have half number of chromosomes. They are microspores, which are small in size, and megaspores, which are large in size. The microspores are male spores and the megaspores are female spores. The spores are produced on sporangia. So spores are produced in bag-like structures called sporangia. These bags are found on spatial leaves. The leaves which have sporangia are called sporophylls. Phyll means leaf. The sporophylls, so those leaves which have sporangia, they are arranged spirally around axis. So they form a group and it is called lax or strobili, or commonly we call them cones. So first is male strobili. The strobili having microsporophylls and microsporangia. So those leaves which have microsporangia, they combine to form male strobili. Microspores develop into male gamete or gametophyte, which has only limited number of cells. It is called pollen grain. So microspores in future will form pollen grain. The cones with megasporophylls, that is with ovules, and megasporangia, they are called female cone or female strobili. The male and female cone may be found on the same tree. So it is possible that both the cones are found on the same tree, example pinus, or on different trees, example cycas. The megaspore mother cell, so there is a mother cell which differentiates. So it is formed from the nucellus. Megaspore mother cell is formed from a nucellus. Now what is a nucellus? Nucellus is a tissue which is found in ovule. So in ovule there is a tissue which surrounds the embryo sac. It is called nucellus. And the cell of nucellus matures or differentiates to form a mother cell. The nucellus is protected by envelopes and the whole structure is called ovule. The ovule are found on megasporophyll. So the ovule are found on megasporophyll or large leaves. The megaspore mother cell divides by meiosis and forms 4 megaspores. So each mother cell forms 4 megaspores. One of the megaspore develops into multicellular female gamete. So out of 4, only 1 forms the female gamete and it has 2 or more archegonia. So the female gametophyte has 2 or more archegonia or sex organs. Here we can see pinus. In it male cone is seen, which is small, and there we can see in the right side female cone, which is very large. Now in cycas we can see the male cone. So in figure on the left side we can see entire male cone which has bracts or leafy part in the bottom and a microsporophyll, and the B figure we can see male cone LS. So it has many leaves. And in the right side we can see a photograph of the male cone. So it has many microsporophylls or very small leaves which produce male gametes. Here we can see another gymnosperm, ginkgo. It is also called maidenhair tree and it is a living fossil. So why is it called a living fossil? It is called a living fossil because it is the only living species of division Ginkgophyta. So gymnosperm has certain divisions, and in one of the divisions, which is called Ginkgophyta, only ginkgo is living. The all other members have become extinct. The fossils of Ginkgo phyta are 270 million years old. So about 270 million years old fossils have been discovered which resemble ginkgo. So because it is living till now, it is also called a living fossil. In the left side we can see seeds on a tree. So there are large seeds and a mature tree. So because it is very beautiful, it is also called maidenhair tree. The multicellular female gametophyte is also retained within megasporangium. So the female gamete remains inside the bag which produces it. In gymnosperms, male and female gametophyte do not have independent free existence. So the male and female gametes, they do not remain independent. They remain attached to the parent body or the sporophyte. Pollen grain are released from microsporangium. They are carried by air currents and come in contact with ovule on megasporophyll. On the female part, pollen tube is formed and it carries male gametes. Near the mouth of archegonia, which is flask shaped, after fertilization, zygote develops into embryo and ovule develops into seeds. And the seeds are not covered. So here the seeds are not covered. That's why gymnosperms, the term, it means that naked seed or the seed which is not covered by a fruit. Here we can see gymnosperm life cycle. So sporophyte in seed. So we can see that the main plant body is sporophyte. Now sporophyte means diploid stage 2n, which has leaf, stem and roots, and the gametophyte means haploid stage or N, and it is the gamete stage. So we can see male gametophyte in pollen or the male gamete and female gametophyte in cone or the ovum. Here we can see a matured sporophyte or vegetative plant body. Then pollen cone is there, the male cone, and pollen grains are released. So we can see pollen grains have wings which will help in dispersal by or pollination by air. In this figure we can again see sporophyte mature tree. It has two types of cones, female cone which grow on upper branches and the male cone, they are smaller and grow on lower branches. Then pollen grain is released and we can see that the pollen grain lands, it forms a pollen tube and the material enters the ovule. Finally the seed is formed and they are dispersed or transferred from mature trees to surrounding. And here we can see a photograph of male cone which is long but thin and female cone which is large. So these are the stages in gymnosperm. The next group is angiosperms. So today we will deal with the main differences between the two classes of angiosperms, monocot and dicot. So first is on the basis of seed. So monocots have only one cotyledon. Dicot have only two cotyledon. Cotyledon are seed leaf. They store food. The root, there is fibrous root. We can see thread-like structures in monocot and tap root or a main root in dicot. The vascular tissue in the stem, monocot have scattered vascular system. Xylem and phloem are scattered and in dicot they are in the form of a ring. In leaf we can see parallel venation. The veins are parallel in monocot and in dicot they are network like. And flower we can see in monocot they are in multiples of 3 like 3, 6, 9. In dicot they are 4 or 5 means tetramerous or pentamerous. So they are in multiples of 4 or 5. Okay children, thanks.